Hello D1. My name is Geroline Castillo and I'm running for one of the public relations positions for District 1. My first ever experience with D1 was when I attended the FIND dialogue in the fall of last year. It was really a fun time meeting and bonding with other students in D1. I was able to see these people as individuals from D1 rather than seeing them as part of a certain school. Therefore, it was easier for me to form relationships with them. I want everyone in D1 to have such an experience that I did. Here, I realized that FIND was more than just a huge Filipino club. It was an organization that worked to get Filipinos together to make lasting relationships. This was when I first became interested in becoming part of the district, to foster these kind of connections. Looking back, I remember seeing the hundreds of students representing the other districts of FIND. Meanwhile, there weren't even 50 of us representing D1. I want to change this. I have this plan to make D1 a more visible and united district within FIND by strengthening the bonds between our district's member schools. I am currently on the D1 board as social chair, and I've had such a fun and rewarding experience working for D1, and I would love to continue. Seeing the success and the fun that comes out of D1's mixers and events such as Kamayan, it makes me really proud that I am a part of making it happen. I have really enjoyed organizing and planning events that get the district together. I will continue to organize such mixers and hopefully create new ones that will further create connections in our district. Now that I have a year of experience on board and know the ins and outs of how D1 works, I will be able to continue to improve the district and to promote more interactions. I have a number of event ideas to do just that. For instance, I would like to create social events with broader themes that everyone can relate to, so that to create connections through common interests. I would like to organize events like potlucks, where each school brings a Filipino dish, because come on, eating always brings people together. I would also like to form a kind of D1 volunteer group to serve the Boston community, where people not only do good deeds, but also bond with other students in the process. As PR, my goal is to get all of our member schools to become enthusiastic about D1. I will actively find new creative ways to publicize the events of member schools and D1 in ways that will get people excited to attend. I believe that I have the creative ability to make the newsletters and emails more visually eye-catching so that we can successfully promote events to a wider group of people. I plan to continue the new D1 blog and fill it up with pictures and stories about our past events to demonstrate what D1 and its schools have to offer. I will work closely with the external representatives of each D1 school to be able to constantly keep D1 up to date with all the events occurring around the district. By having close relations with each school, I will successfully promote their events to the rest of the district, as well as promoting D1 sponsored events to them. I'm a firm believer in making connections and forming relationships everywhere, and I believe that D1 is a great resource for such networking. My passion for making connections and bonds between schools is the driving force for me to work tirelessly for the sake of D1. I feel that I'm bursting with ideas and ways to strengthen unity within our district. My ultimate goal for D1 is to not only create solidarity within the district, but for the member schools to identify themselves proudly with being part of the District 1 of FIND.
Questions for Jared? I heard through a grapevine that you might be gone for the spring.
Yes.
So, I mean, like I was gone for the spring, and I said that I was going to continue, working with you guys. But really, that did not really happen. Do you plan on? Do you plan on doing better than me and just being more involved?
Well, I'm planning on studying abroad, so it'll be kind of hard for me to keep working, but I'll definitely try to find somebody that will take my place.
Before I ask my question, you weren't here for this, but we gave a special thanks for all the people that were appointed to do any work and stepped up, and that was including you. So I just wanted you to get your proper round of applause. So my question is particularly for your plan for volunteering, which definitely is something that didn't really run through my mind this year, but yeah, definitely something to look into for next year. Do you have any ideas for specific volunteering opportunities, specific charities that you want to get involved with, or that you're already involved with, that you could bring to D1?
Right now I'm working for this anti-racist organization called Community Change, and I kind of want to like work with D1 to like, I guess, I don't know, like they need a lot of help, so I feel like we could have some fundraisers for that. And also, DC works with IP, I can't really say Filipino, but yeah, that would be one other idea. But I haven't really looked into other organizations. But.
I got a question. So part of the task of public relations is communicating between all the D1 schools. Also, another task for PRs is also communicating with outside groups. So how do you intend to improve relationships between outside groups such as GK or such as Ayala Foundation or other Filipino-based groups around the New England area?
I guess just through communication, like emailing them as much, like calling them directly if possible, so that we could get our name out there and get them to know that we're around and so we could get involved.
Who is this? Who is this?
Any other questions for Jared?
Talk about your experience with social chair. What about the public relations position? What motivated you to choose that position instead of completing the social chair?
Thing is with social chair and PR, I guess like we talked about this earlier, like we don't really have a set, like we don't set goal. Yeah, it's kind of gray like what social chair and PR does, and I feel like I already kind of did some of what PR does, so I don't know. Just want to do that.
The reason we didn't decide to restructure it right now is because we wanted to make that a task for the next e-board, if anything. Mas preguntas? Thank you, Jared.